What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am the House Hacking Mom, and in today's video I'm going to talk about some of the reusable things that I both have been using in the past and have started using recently because of the pandemic and just not being able to get a hold of paper products super easily and just becoming more conscious of things that we were using, disposable things that we were using and throwing away, and things that were going in the trash. This has been a gradual thing for our family as we have introduced different reusable products as opposed to the disposable counterpart. And every single time I have been happy that we have made the switch and have not gone backwards, and I have found that it has saved us money, and usually the item itself works better compared to the disposable counterpart. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so going back to the very beginning of when I was first running my own household, I started using cloth napkins. My family uses cloth napkins. I grew up with cloth napkins at our everyday table. We were homeschooled. We ate all 3 meals every single day for the most part at home, and Mom chose to use cloth napkins instead of disposable napkins. I can only imagine how much paper waste she saved by not using disposable napkins and paper towels, because a lot of times people will use paper towels for their napkins. Now, as you can see, these are not fancy pressed, starched, white linen napkins. These are just plain cotton napkins, and I don't fold them any fancy way. I just fold them in quarters and then half one more time to go on to the kitchen table. And this is what my husband and I have been using since we got married. We love it, and basically whenever we are doing laundry, clothes laundry or towel laundry, I just have a little basket that I save these in, and then I just chuck them in together with that load. So I rarely even have to do an extra load of laundry just to wash the napkins. And these things are not expensive. You can usually get a pack of 10 or even 20 if you want to be able to go longer in between washing periods. For 10 to 20 bucks, I mean, like basically $1 a napkin, you're going to get your money back very quickly by not having to buy paper napkins and reducing your use of paper towels. Something else I've started saving is old bath towels. Now, we didn't have old bath towels until our original set got mangy. But now that we do have some of these towels, I definitely have saved them specifically for junk towels, so they do not go back into the rotation of normal bath towels. So you can see these towels have big old stains on them. You know, who even knows what some of these marks are from, but these have become our big mess, big spill towels. So, you know, if a whole bunch of something gets spilled, if we have a plumbing issue, which has happened several times, we grab these towels instead of using, you know, our nice bath towels or just rolls and rolls of paper towels or even the dish towels. I try to save the dish towels mostly for just wiping up clean dishes, just to help them to last as long as possible. So these are now our all-purpose junk towels, and I love it. I keep them in an easy to reach space downstairs above the washing machine, and we grab it whenever we have a need, and they have come in very handy. So if you have any big extra towels that you would normally either throw away or keep using in your bath rotation, even though you don't like them, just go ahead and set them aside exclusively as junk towels. Next, we have our classic microfiber cloths. Now, originally, I actually bought these microfiber cloths to go inside my cloth diapers, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But I ended up choosing not to use them for that purpose. So then I had all these extra microfiber cloths, and I did not want to let them go to waste. So I decided to try using them as both kitchen washcloths and just an all-purpose cleaning cloth to cut down on our paper towel consumption. And I love them. My favorite part about them is how well they shine and buff surfaces and how much liquid they hold. You know, before when I was using paper towels to clean the kitchen table or to clean the countertops, you know, you might go through 3 to 4 paper towels, and you might have to even switch out about halfway through because they just get too dirty and gunky, and you want your surface to be clean, so you got to start over with a clean paper towel. With the microfiber cloths, they're thick enough that one, they can hold a lot of liquid if you've got nasty countertops, and you can just fold them inside the other way, tuck the dirty in on the inside, and then you have another clean surface that you can use to keep wiping down your countertops or whatever surface you're using. They buff stainless steel super well. They get hard water stains off of metal. So I've been very pleased with using these. The only issue that I have found with microfiber is that they do tend to hold on to odors. You probably would want to steer clear from big meat juices, things like that. But I really love the microfiber cloths, and I have, I think, a set of 10. So I've got plenty. You know, I don't use them multiple days in a row. I just chuck them in with my napkin bucket and wash them probably about once a week. Also, while we are talking about microfiber cleaning products, this is my reusable microfiber dust mop and wet mop. It can actually be used for both. They have these at Target, they have these at Walmart. They probably have these almost at any sort of grocery store, honestly, that has any kind of a cleaning section. But this is what I use to wet mop my floors probably about once a week. We have a 15-month-old, and we get slime and sludge and food all over. And so we have to wet mop at least once a week just to keep the floors from being disgusting. So what I usually do is I just wet this cloth just under the sink, just quick. I wet the whole thing, and then I use my all-purpose vinegar spray, which this is just 1 part water, 1 part vinegar with a couple drops of lavender essential oils. Spritz it as I go and then wipe it up. This system works great to keep the floors nice and clean, and this would basically be instead of using a wet Swiffer mop. Basically, it's the same thing, just a reusable version. And then, you know, every 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how long it takes me to get my energy up, that's when I take out the actual bucket and mop and do a really intense cleaning of the floors. But this works really well for the in-between deep cleanings, and it picks up dust also super well. So big fan of these. While we're on the subject of all-purpose cleaners, I have 2 basic all-purpose cleaners. This one is my all-purpose vinegar cleaner. So this is what I would use on countertops, the table, the floor, anything that doesn't really need to be super intensely disinfected, but just to clean that surface pretty well. It's 1 part water, 1 part vinegar, and a couple drops of dish soap and a couple drops of essential oils. And I just have it in a glass spray bottle that I ordered from Amazon. I can link it below. I've been very happy with it so far. I just spritz it, wipe, and smells good, seems to clean well. I like that it does not really leave a residue behind. You have to be careful you don't put too much liquid soap, because soap will leave a residue. You want a little bit of soap, maybe 1 or 2 drops, especially for a bottle this small. But works really well. You can use it in the bathroom to clean. Just know that vinegar is a cleaner, but it's not a strong disinfectant. This is not the one that you would use to do any major disinfecting of things like raw chicken and stuff like that. This cleaner, on the other hand, is water and rubbing alcohol, and this can be used to disinfect surfaces. And I use it more or less in place of bleach. It's not as strong as bleach. Alcohol is not as strong of a disinfectant as bleach, but it works pretty well for any household purpose of disinfectant. So if I cut raw meat on a surface, this is what I use to disinfect it, disinfect doorknobs. It also works really well to clean glass and windows, because the alcohol in it evaporates really quickly and will help keep your windows and mirrors from streaking. So you can also use it in place of Windex, essentially. So with these 2 cleaners, you can clean pretty much any surface in your household, and they work really well. All right, moving on. Cloth diapers. This is a huge thing that parents can do to cut back on the paper waste in their household. I have a whole separate video all about my cloth diapering system. So please make sure you go watch that if you are interested at all in cloth diapering. I'll put it in the cards up here. This system works great. Not everyone can cloth diaper. Obviously, it's much easier for stay-at-home parents, but it will save you thousands of dollars, especially if you're going to be having multiple kids, and it's going to save the environment a lot of plastic. So cloth diapers are definitely the way to go. We have been doing it for 15 months and no complaints here. Bar soap is something that we have almost been forced to use since this whole pandemic has started. I have actually been using bar body soap in the shower for a long time because I was just trying to cut back on the number of bottles we had in the shower, just to cut back on the clutter. But for hand washing, we've always used liquid soap. But now we are needing to use bar soap because liquid soap is a little bit harder to come by, and bar soap is super easy to come by, and it's much, much cheaper. So we have just more or less switched to using bar soap, and you're using a whole lot less plastic. A lot of times they are just wrapped in cardboard or some sort of very easily biodegradable paper, as opposed to the thick plastic bottles or metal bottles that you would buy your hand soap in. So that's another thing that you can do to reduce your environment footprint. All right, so those are all of my reusable items that I have been using and loving. Please let me know in the comments below what things you like to use that are reusable and how it's helping you to reduce the paper waste that you previously had in your home. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I make videos like this every week about frugal living, minimalist parenting, and healthy eating. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.